Hello everybody, and welcome to my case study for Educational Change. Michael Fullan states that complexity means change, but specifically it means rapidly occurring, unpredictable, non-linear change. Fullan's statement well describes a small Decile 1 school where the implementation of digital one-to-one devices took place. A three-phase implementation was put into place with a year-long consultation process with parents, followed by a year-long pilot class where the groundwork for hardware, software and digital pedagogy were trialled, and then full syndicate immersion was put in place. The consultation phase was very positive. Homeschool partnership meetings were packed full of parents wanting to know about the devices and how they'll work. Parents of children in the pilot class were signing up and making financial arrangements for the purchase of netbooks for their students. The whole process was a very positive experience for all. In line with the research that we've found so far, the majority of the parents from our school were enthusiastic about having netbooks and e-learning in our program. The pilot class went really well. The young teacher in charge of the class grasped the pedagogy, had a creative, engaging program in place. The children were learning, expected gains were made, and staff throughout the school were getting really excited to be able to take that pedagogy on board for themselves the following year. Research tells us that it's important for continuity in schools that a degree of stability is maintained in place, and through using the three-phase process, particularly the pilot class, it allowed for that equilibrium to continue within the school, and we just built on that. So with all the groundwork laid during the pilot year, we were excited about the full syndicate immersion and what it offered, but we soon found ourselves hitting a few speed bumps and issues began to appear, particularly with students not purchasing netbooks at the beginning of the year. So quite quickly into full immersion, we started to see the emotional impact that the change was beginning to make, with particularly around students who had not yet had access to netbooks. Both students and teachers were feeling the frustrations, and there were some people quite demoralised by this. As Hargreaves does suggest, educational change does affect teachers' relationships with students and parents, and we certainly noticed that during the initial implementation stage. There was a human cost, and it was based around those students that didn't have financial means to purchase netbooks. I think the biggest disruptions came in classes where the teachers were new to our school. For them, looking at Walter's and Marzone and McNulty's order of change, their change was a whole paradigm shift to something completely new for them. It was important during this change that leadership were sensitive and empathetic towards the emotions that students and teachers were feeling throughout the change. Branson argues that wisdom is rather more important than technical and procedural knowledge in change. It certainly was true in this case. So the leadership team set about strengthening systems within the school, particularly around dialogue and mentoring for staff, and creating a support network for those new teachers. We also opened channels of communication with parents to find solutions financially for them in order to access netbooks for their children. Hindsight's a wonderful thing, so my final slide of my presentation is a list of questions I think would be beneficial the next time I'm going to implement change within the school that I'm in. Thank you for listening to my presentation. I hope you enjoyed it and can take something from it.
Created using Powtoon.